The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. On the show today, it's our first post-Breeders' Cup week as we make our way toward the end of the year of this crazy season here in horse racing. And on the show today, we'll take a look at the Mrs. Revere Stakes from Churchill Downs, a Grade 3 race that was supposed to be run on the turf. We'll also head up to New York for the Artery Schiller Stakes. It's ungraded, but Dick, that should have been a graded race with the field that they put together. On our local race of the week, trainer Lupe Preciado had a big chance to get win number 2,000. We'll take a look at that race here coming up in just a little bit. And we'll also have a special feature about the Pennsylvania horse breeders. And we'll head up our second segment. We'll have that for you as well in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing, and Mr. Eclipse winner Dick Girardi right here to my left. And Dick, you had another outstanding story on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this past week about racing in the country here in 2020. And I mean, they did a terrific job under some very, very difficult circumstances.
Look, in mid-March when it shut down, I think we were all hoping, all right, this is going to last a couple of weeks. And then we realized that that's not going to happen. And of course, here at the track, we didn't reopen until June. And you know, when are the Triple Crown races going to be run? Are they going to be run? Turned out they all were run out of order at bizarre times, but it all happened. And we actually had the Breeders' Cup, which was a sensational 2 days of racing. Yes, it was very strange, but somehow, some way, we got to the end of the racing season. Look, we really missed the PA Derby and the cotillion here. You know, I wrote about all of that, but that was just the way it was. I mean, the people that support this program all year long, given that there was no purse money being generated for all those months, the money had to go to them. That was the only fair way to do it. Hopefully next year, at some point in 2021, we get back to normal. We have another September to remember here at Parks, and the Derby's run in May, the Preakness is run in May, and the Belmont's in June.
Dick, you know, I understand the circumstance. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
The one race that bothered me, one race, was the Belmont.
Yeah.
I couldn't grasp, wrap my head around a one-turn, mile and an eighth, first leg of the Triple Crown. That's the one race that took a little bit issue with.
I thought they made the best of an impossible situation because, look, horses hadn't been in training. They weren't geared up. They're never geared up to run a mile and a half, frankly. But when you had horses not even gearing up for anything because they didn't know. Remember the Belmont, they only scheduled it like a couple of weeks before it happened. So I thought it was a good compromise. But yes, was it the Belmont? No,
not quite.
Of course not.
And Dick, really, when racing came back, the handle was just over the top.
There was not only no sports, there was no gambling on sports for all those months. Or few casinos were open. So when horse racing came back, and in some cases it never went away, like at Oaklawn Park and Gulfstream Park, the handle was enormous because it's the one game you don't need to be in an event to bet on it. You can sit at home and bet. And the ultimate was the first Saturday in May, which of course was supposed to be the Derby. Oaklawn Park was brilliant. They moved their Arkansas Derby day to that day. They had their biggest handle in the history of the racetrack on a day with no fans. So everybody, including me, was sitting at home betting on that card.
Well, Dick, let's get to some racing action now. We'll start, of course, with our local race of the week, and we picked this one from Monday afternoon. Dick, we don't usually have a waiver maiden claiming race for fillies and mares in for 20,000 as our local feature, but we'll see why here in just a second. 6 furlongs the distance. Number 3, Ain't None Lucky, gets pounded down to a price of 3 to 5 for trainer Michelle Nevin. Now, Dick, this horse was a $20,000 claim from a race up at Saratoga back in August, and then ran second off that claim for the same $20,000 tag.
Yeah, this has been a fascinating thing, Keith, for years. When these horses come from New York with okay form on the Mondays and Tuesdays and when Aqueduct isn't running, they all get bet like they can't lose. And a lot of them lose.
Yeah. Michelle Nevin's horses do a good job.
She's really
she is
good.
one of the trainers from New York that comes down and does have a pretty good percentage. Dick, the second choice, number 4, Chubb Wagon. Now, she is a first-time starter out by Hey Chubb. The sire, Dick, Lupe Preciado, currently sitting on $1,999. 5 to 2 is the price. Now, Dick, a first-time starter, what are you looking for?
A price like that. If they're betting the horse that way, that's telling you from, in my opinion, a non-betting barn. Not that they never bet, but some barns But yeah, the fact that this filly was 5-2
That's the
was
second
telling
choice?
you a story.
Now, the works are pretty decent.
Yep.
They're not shooting too high. You're getting money on the horse.
Sure.
What does that tell us? Well, we're about to find out. Here's the call. And they're off. Far outside at Sour Bash, here comes Chub Wagon. On the inside, some early foot from Connoisseur. So down the back stretch, and Chub Wagon just a deck in front of Connoisseur with Sour Bash in third. They're followed next by 3 Potato 4 in fourth. Risque's Jewel lands down inside fifth. And the length and a half to 8 Unlucky, who gains ground on the outside from sixth. After that, it's about 4 more. Back to Rack Daddy, then farther back to the 2 trailers, Paloma Gris and Glossy Madrina. So 3 furlongs to go. And Chub Wagon, the first-time starter, has moved away to lead almost 2 lengths now. Sour Bash trying to close that gap second. 8 Unlucky is now third on the outside. 3 Potato 4 drops back. Rack Daddy circling up at the far outside. Connoisseur has dropped back. It's Chub Wagon in charge. Top of the stretch, Chub Wagon's opened up a 3.5 length lead. 8 Unlucky on the outside second. Sour Bash back to third. Chub Wagon begins to draw away. And this is going to be a big moment for trainer Lupe Preciado. Career win number 2,000 looming here as Chub Wagon continues to pour it on. It's Chub Wagon. Gate to wire, Chub Wagon decisively, almost 7 on the line, and that's 2,000 for Lupe Preciado. Well, Dick, Lupe will look back at this race as a race that he could really savor. Was never in doubt.
Yep.
Chub Wagon broke on top, Wyden coming to the top of the stretch and just galloped home as much the best. So I'm sure Lupe had a chance to thoroughly enjoy this one. Career win number 2,000, and Chub Wagon returned $7.20 to win. He's been waiting for this moment for a little bit, but he's finally got it done.
Look, he's one of our favorite people at the racetrack. He's in the Hall of Fame here for a reason. He's been a great trainer for decades, and nobody deserves this acclaim more than Lupe does. He won't take it because that's not his style, but 2,000 is a huge number for anybody in this sport.
He gives a lot of credit to owner Jack Mondell of Hidden Lane Farms for getting him started back in the early part of his career.
Won a lot of races he had jacked together back in the day for sure.
Good old Mr. Nasty. Here's more with our 2,000 winner, Lupe Preciado.
We're here with trainer Lupe Preciado, who just had a huge milestone of 2,000 wins. Lupe, you did it at your home track, and finally, I know it was kind of every day we saw that sign coming down, so how excited are you?
Well, I want to win to get that monkey out of my back.
Definitely.
You know, to feel more relaxed. You know, but this filly run very good. First time now, and she run great.
She sure did. I think the whole track was cheering for you when you turned the stretch. So we love you, Lupe. Congratulations. Huge milestone.
Thank you very much.
And our thanks, of course, to Danny Gibson for catching up with Lupe and Dick. 2001, 2000, how many is he going to get? But he's scaled down a little bit. He's a Parks Hall of Famer 2013.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, we have a trainer on the grounds who's won 6,000 in Scott Lake, which is an astonishing number, but 2,000 in its own way, given the size of the stables, that's a huge number, too. So congratulations to Lupe and everybody that works with him.
At our first break, we come back here on Let's Go Racing Pennsylvania Horse Breeders. Special feature coming up after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for the special feature segment this week. And Dick, it's about the Pennsylvania horse breeders. And, you know, it's not Kentucky and things like that, but the Pennsylvania, the program that they have here in the Commonwealth is really terrific for the people that run horses.
Yeah, there's no question. Look, after the slot bill was passed in 2004, breeding just took off in the state. Yeah, there have been some few bumps along the way, but it's one of the best horse breeding states in the country. That's just a fact.
Well, here's more with our Pennsylvania horse breeders.
They are majestic, magnificent animals, stunningly beautiful and strikingly athletic. People have long been drawn to every kind of horse, from the family companion to the high-performance athlete. But there's a special kind of love and passion behind thoroughbred horse breeding. Often fraught with challenges and financial setbacks, breeding thoroughbreds is a complicated business, but one that is done for the love of the horse and the sport of horse racing.
I have been involved in thoroughbred breeding since I was born. My parents had a very small breed-to-race operation, and that was my first exposure to the breeding and racing industry. In 2008, my husband and I decided that we wanted to branch out on our own and be involved more in the commercial aspect of thoroughbred breeding. There's a lot that goes into breeding thoroughbreds. It goes well beyond just mating two animals. I spend probably about 12 hours per mating just figuring out on paper who's the right match, and then going and looking physically at who's the right match with my mare. At the end of the day, we really want to produce the best athlete possible, because useful athletes are horses that are employed for life.
My father, who's not with us anymore, but he started this probably in 1960 when he started a business. And he just started training horses. He started 1 or 2 horses. He grew bigger and bigger. And he trained at the racetrack for a little bit, like Belmont Park, Aqueduct. And then a few years after that, he got established. He decided he wanted to start a farm. And he bought this farm. I was born into it. It's not an office job. It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's an all-day job. You either live it or you don't.
Founded in 1948, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association is a not-for-profit organization focused on the breeding and care of thoroughbred horses. PHBA is responsible for managing all aspects of the Pennsylvania Breeding Fund and the official registration, marketing, and promotion of Pennsylvania-bred thoroughbred racehorses.
Our mission is, number one, we register all of the horses that are going to race as PA breds in Pennsylvania, and we want to make sure that all of our breeders are helped in any way possible to make sure that they reach their goal, which is breeding a better product and also making themselves able to live.
PHBA is a vital organization for those involved in breeding throughout Pennsylvania, working with industry leaders to help bring reform and benefits to breeders, owners, racetracks, and the general public.
Well, PHBA helps the breeders by making sure that we speak with the racetracks, the horsemen's organizations. We want to make sure that we put in as many benefits into the program as we can, and we want to make sure that these benefits stay in force by our efforts in Harrisburg with the legislators.
Breeding thoroughbreds is a unique and gratifying lifestyle, one that allows participants an experience unmatched in its emotional intensity and in the enduring social relationships it forges.
The ultimate goal is for them to reach the racetrack. And for us, when they reach the track and they have that first race, we're all gathered around the television, or they're in person if we're that lucky that we can be there, because just to make it to a race is a sign of success. The PHBA is supportive of all breeders in the state of Pennsylvania. It's always a community support system. Our success as individuals are what goes into making the entire state a success, and that's what they represent.
When you get up in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning to deliver that foal, you got to think in the back of your head, who's going to protect us and make sure that we get everything we can get out of these horses, and that's a Pennsylvania horse breeder. Because of the incentives they give you for breeding horses, you know, at the end, you are going to be able to make a living out of this game.
I think one of the important things that you have to look at is what happens to the horse after its racing career is completed. We wanted to make sure that we do a great job all the way through. We work closely with both the New Start program at Penn National and the Turning for Home program at Parks to make sure that these horses get second careers. I would like people to understand that this job is more than just a job. You really have to have a love for the animal. It's not your typical business, but just being able to be around these beautiful equine athletes is fantastic, and it gives you a better appreciation of life and of the world.
Whether you're currently a breeder or considering getting involved in this exciting industry, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association can help in your quest to master the complexities of breeding a thoroughbred.
Well, Dick, one of the things I think of when I think of Pennsylvania horse breeders is bonus money.
Absolutely, 35% bonus.
Just rack up that cash. Dick, let's get to our national coverage. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Our first stop is down at Churchill Downs for the Mrs. Revere Stakes. It's 3-year-old fillies at 1 mile and 1/16 for $200,000. Dick, this race was a Grade 2 race on the turf.
Yep.
But Churchill's having some issues with the turf course, and reluctantly, they had to pull it off the grass.
Right, and it'll drop down a grade this year. That's typically how that works. I don't know that it'll affect the grade going forward. This is a good race, but yeah, it was just unfortunate they had to go to the dirt.
Now, number 3, Stunning Sky, gets favoritism here at 3-2 for trainer Mike Maker. She was a Grade 3 winner on the turf at Keeneland. Of course, that doesn't matter.
Yep.
But she did win on the main track last year as a 2-year-old at Gulfstream.
Yeah, so there's some back paper here that gives you an indication of what's going on, but you're kind of guessing, and they're betting a little bit off of her turf.
Dick, I know you like the second choice here, number 4, Princess Grace, 5-2 for trainer Mike Stidham. Now, the main track is new. She debuted, she's a 3-year-old, and she debuted in early August, and she's fired in all 3 of her career starts.
Yeah, she's got great form, and I'm going to make the assumption she is named after the legendary Philadelphia actress Grace Kelly. I don't know who else. Why would you have Princess Grace?
Down to Churchill Downs. Here's the Mrs. Revere Stakes.
The early leader is Positive Danger, heading to the backstretch run, leads by a little bit more than a length. Princess Grace is tracking the pace from second. There's 6 furlongs to go. They head down the backstretch run with Wheatez farther back in third. Stunning Sky is fourth. Past a Plate is fifth, and How Ironic is at the back in sixth. There's 5 furlongs to go. The pack tightens up quickly. Here comes Princess Grace looking for the lead. Positive Danger toward the inside, tries to hold on to it. Stunning Sky is right there, 3 wide racing third. The half goes in 49 3/5 seconds. And then it's Wheatez toward the inside in fourth. Past a Plate is fifth, 5 lengths off the lead. How Ironic is at the back as they round the far turn. Positive Danger still with an aerial advantage. Princess Grace cranks up the pressure, though, and now Princess Grace takes the lead. Stunning Sky poised on the outside while third. Past the Plate follows her to the quarter pole. Then it's Wheatez and How Ironic. Off the turn, into the stretch. Princess Grace takes charge and kicks away. Princess Grace opens up to lead by 2.5, now by 3.
Well, that's pretty much a perfect trip for Princess Grace here. Nothing like sitting off a long shot leader under slow fractions. And Princess Grace takes over and then draws off to win by almost 3 lengths at the end. Again, Mike Stidham, Florent Giroux on board, pays $7 even to win. And Dick hadn't been on the main track before, but certainly didn't look like it affected her form one bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have some fun with her as a 4-year-old. Is it going to be turf? Is it going to be dirt? Can it be both? And there's very few horses that run equally well on both, and it looks like she might.
Dick, let's get up to Aqueduct now for the Artie Schiller Stakes. Remember Artie Schiller?
I do.
This is 1 mile on the grass for $100,000. Dick, it's ungraded, but it really attracted a terrific field. This could well have been a graded race. The public had trouble settling on a favorite here. If you want to call 3-1 the low price here, number 10 Therapist out of the Christophe Clement barn. Now, Therapist is coming off a career best buyer last time out in finishing second to multiple graded stakes winners, some like it Hot Brown.
Yeah, it just does not run bad races, and of course Christophe Clement is having a great year, and it's one of those bizarre stats that he's 0 for life in the Breeders' Cup, but he's been unlucky so many times. He's a really good trainer.
Well, Chad Brown has the second choice here, number 4 Delaware, who goes off at a price of 3-1, getting a little bit of class relief after losing as the favorite last time out at Woodbine of the Grade 2 King Edward.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why Delaware is a British bred, but I guess there has something to do with Delaware. But we got a Delaware person that's about to be president, so maybe it fits in.
Well, we get those close finishes on the grass. The Artie Schiller was no different. Here's the call.
It is Rinaldi in front here by 1.5 lengths. And Valid Point is giving chase in second after a quarter. over the good inner turf in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Rinaldi the leader, a little more than a length. Valid Point is next in second. Then it's a break of 2 back to the trio of 91 Assault, Delaware, and Hawkish at the fence. Now 5 lengths back to Therapist. And then another 7 to the 2 trailers, Ballarox and Clear Vision. The half went in 48 and 2/5 seconds. It is still Rinaldi in front by a length as the field goes midway around the far turn. Valid Point remains in second. Delaware is in third. Hawkish is down at the rail. On the outside is 91 Assault. And then Therapist. 3/4 went in 1, 12 and 1. They are in the stretch. Rinaldi trying to take it here, wire to wire. On the outside, Delaware. In between horses there is Valid Point. Therapist is out in the middle of the course as they come down for the 16th pole. It is Rinaldi. Right there, Valid Point. On the outside, Delaware and Therapist. The 4 of them will come to the finish together. Therapist got it right at the end.
Dick, this is one of those races where I knew the result before I watched the replay, and I'm watching. It's like, what? Therapist is really going to get up? And boy, what a late burst there to finally get up in the last strides to win it by a neck pace. $8.30 to win. Valid Point from Chad's Barn was second. And Dick, Therapist backed up that big effort last time out with a winning effort here in the Artie Schiller.
Yeah, he did. That's a 96 Spire. That's the kind of number that does win graded stakes races. And you know, if you want to have some fun, this is not easy to find. You can go on YouTube. This looks like Artie Schiller's first race. He did the same thing coming from, like, you never saw him until the end. Of course, Artie Schiller went on to be a major star. I don't know if that's going to happen with Therapist, but that was fun.
Well, let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. Our jockey and trader of the week. Our trader of the week, who might that be? On that, we come back after this.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in a Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for the Jockey and Trader of the Week, brought to you by the Turning for Home program. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org and get involved with that terrific organization. Today, our Jockey of the Week, Dick, it's Jockeys of the Week. Our 3 big guys all had terrific weeks. I couldn't separate them. Frankie Pennington, Michael Sanchez, Ruben Silvera, all at the top of the standings, and good reason why they are.
Indeed.
They ride for good outfits and they ride well. So those 3 guys all get the nod this week. And our man Lupe Preciado with career win number 2,000, hands down.
Yes.
He is our trader of the week. Let's get to Race Recap. Race Recap brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com and become an owner today. Let's get out to Del Mar for a couple of stakes for the 2-year-olds. It's the males in the Grade 3 Bob Hope at 7/8. Dick, who's favorite, of course, here? It's Baffert, number 2 Spielberg, who's 3-5, the $1 million horse. Dick, Spielberg, not today.
Yeah, not today, Keith. Just he's got position. He just doesn't have any finish, and he actually off the board here is 10-1. Red flag for John Sheriff, just runs away from the field, wins by 7 at 10-1, and Spielberg, the $1 million horse, off the board.
And if you had $2 on Red Flag, you get $23.40 coming back. And Dick, the other one's the Desi Arnaz. This is the 2-year-old fillies at 6.5. Now, Dick Baffert went down at 3-5 with Spielberg. He has Private Mission here at 1-2. And Dick, you know what? No Private Mission either.
Off the board.
What's going on?
Stalking the pace. Looks like he's going to get there. She's going to get there. No. How about astute for Richard Mandel? Runs away from the field, wins by 7 at 5-1. So the the Mandela Sheriffs got you home, and the Double Baffert nowhere to be found. Maybe that's his payback for running 1-2 in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Mike Smith on board, a student who paid $12.20 to win Ion Racing. Dick, a little graded action at the three major tracks up at Aqueduct, the Grade 3 Red Smith. You, of course, remember Red Smith.
I do.
Out at Del Mar, it's the Grade 3 Native Diver, and Chaluki, the Grade 3 Chaluki at Churchill Downs.
Another Baffert horse from back in the day.
Well, Dick, that's going to take us to our final segment, news and notes. And you have a pretty good matchup coming up for the holidays.
We do have another really good race coming before the end of the year if everything plays out like it's supposed to.
News and notes after this.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to Western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. News and notes, our final segment. It's brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with continued education on the backstretch. Only one place to do that, and that is with the Granny Fund. Danny Gibson joining us today. There's Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones. And Dick, you are looking forward to the Malibu Stakes.
Yeah, if this plays out like I think it's going to. Charlatan, remember him? He was going to be one of the Derby favorites. He got injured after winning a part of the Arkansas Derby, that split Arkansas Derby. He's back in training. He's been back in training for a couple of weeks now. They're pointing him to the Malibu, and if everything goes right, Nashville, the unbeaten and look like unbeatable sprinter out of the Steve Asmussen barn, may also be going in that race. That would be a race to see as our final big race of 2020.
We haven't had a chance to see Nashville here on the show.
And you don't really get a chance to see him when he runs either, Keith, because it's over so fast. Boy, is he quick. He's, of course, won the opener on Breeders' Cup Saturday and broke the 6 furlong track record at Keeneland.
Don't forget, we continue live racing here at Parks Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday at 12:25, and Wednesdays through the course of November at 11:55. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.